I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair. I hear the sound of a gentle word on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. Hey, it's Tim, and today is October 21st, and I'm here by this van parked on the side of the road that says Trading Post. Today is a one-day road trip. We're heading out to the desert again. It's fun to go out into the desert when it's not too terribly hot, and it gets hot out there. First, we're gonna stop and check out what's at this little roadside cafe. It's a trading post of the Julian Trading Post. Let's go see what they got here, and then as we do that, we'll talk about what we're gonna do. This is one of the coolest little roadside stops. Here's the highway right there, heading out to the desert. We're right outside of a Julian, California. This is a sign says there's a cafe, but it is the weekend. And so, I'm sorry, it is a weekday, and so it's not open. I don't even know what day it is. I do know it's October 21st because I just said it. But they've got some really nifty things parked on the side of the road right here we're gonna look at before we head on down to the desert. Look at this old fuel truck from Richfield. This fuel truck says Richfield on it. Look, there's a guy in the front seat as if he just arrived. He just parked it maybe. He's sitting there, Richfield fuel truck, and then they got a Jurassic Park Jeep. Of course, this is the wrong kind of Jeep. But I guess you can do whatever you want. It's your Jeep. Jurassic Park Jeep. And then they've got some old farm equipment here. There's a van right here. An old Ford van. Look at this with the eyes. They got the, well, kind of. They just painted it. But from afar, it looks like eyes, right? Looks like eyes from afar. Julian, home of the apple pie. Trading Post. They got a boat on top. Look at that. And then there's this piece of pie thing. I think that's actually a real slice of apple pie. Some car parts all parked on the side. They got a station wagon here. This is a station wagon that is, I think, maybe intending to be like the family truckster, but no less a wooded sided station wagon. Oh, holy crap, there's a guy in the back. There's a dude in there. Look. There's a guy laying in there. Almost looks real. And then they got there's like a truck over there. They got a motorcycle right here with a horse head on it. That's kind of strange. Some other stuff. There's a tow truck. Just things to see, just to get out of the car and walk around. Look, tow mater. Hey, can't drive this. Tow mater, towing and salvage. There he is, tow mater. As I said, this is the Julian Trading Post. It is closed. It is a neat place to stop and get out and stretch your legs. They got Julian Pit Stop, the Julian Trading Post, as I said. And right here on this sign, it says they got break fast and lunch. Break fast and lunch here at the Julian Trading Post and Cafe, which unfortunately, is closed right now. All right, I love to find these cool roadside, quirky little stops where people have decorated and put all their stuff out and made it look like a barn. This one's red. And also they got this guy over here playing the guitar in his American flag cowboy hat. And what's funny is he's not wearing any shoes. This guy's in the bushes playing the guitar and he's not wearing any shoes. But what are we doing today? We are headed down to the desert. We're gonna go to Borrego Springs and we're gonna go check out some really cool junk, rusted up junk that has been artistically designed and artistically fashioned to look like cool things. We're also going to do a quick little tour of the town if we can find some stuff to look at. And we're going to end up at a place called Christmas Circle. Christmas Circle out in the desert. And look at these things, these artistic fashions that have been left in the desert. They're rusty and they're cool looking. And I thought, what a perfect thing to do today. Let's go. So what I want to know is, are you coming? All right, I'm here in Borrego Springs. This is called Christmas Circle. I apologize. I think I called it Christmas Tree Circle earlier, but it's Christmas Circle, and it's a circle. It's a grassy circle park right in the middle of town. There's only one like intersection here. It's like a circle, you know, and it's like one of those, like, remember in European Vacation when he's going around the circle thing and he's like, I cannot get left. I can't get left. And he can't get left. That's what this is. It's a roundabout, a roundy round, I call them, where you go around the circle. But there's all these streets. There's a whole bunch of streets going all these different directions. But this is what we're going to do today. We're going to walk around Borrego Springs downtown here. We're going to cruise around. There's all kinds of art. There's all kinds of like sort of mid-century design and architecture. We're going to look at some of that kind of stuff. There's some old stuff from the 40s and then maybe even earlier the 30s. And we're just going to cruise around. It's an old desert town. And might I tell you too, that it is 92 degrees here. It is 3:40 in the afternoon. It's cooking. I'm cooking. But it's a dry heat. Now it's really weird because this whole place, the whole area, we're in the desert. We're at sea level. Those are the mountains headed towards San Diego right there. I came over those mountains. And it's all dirt. It's dirt and desert and cactus, except right here in this grassy circle where it's really nice. And there's a guy laying in the shade over there, getting out of the heat. Some other people taking in the circle, and there's like some buildings here. And it's, you know, just, I guess we already determined that it's a circle. We're gonna go check out. I want to look over here and see there's some older buildings and some cool stuff, and maybe some houses and some desert art. They've got some nice bathrooms here in the park too, men's and women's. And you can hear the sound of a strange bug, like that buzzing sound. What is that? You hear it? It's a sound. Ooh, I'm getting closer to it. What the heck is that? We're looking for it. What is the sound? What's making that sound? Oh, somebody turned it off. Do you know what this is? Look what this is. Guys, I haven't seen one of these in eons. It's a drinking fountain. Oh, sorry, Mr. Bees. Oh, there's bees in there. And I pissed them off. They're coming out. They're coming after me. Actually, they're probably happy because I put some water up on the thing. There's a drinking fountain here in this park. There's a piece of fruit on the table. As I venture this way, back towards, I parked way the heck down the street and thought I'll just walk back to my car, which is cool, but the sun is like right there. And right now it's behind that tree, so I'm gonna have to try to shield the sun from your eyes, because I know you don't like that when we're filming, have the sun right in your eyes. We're gonna walk up the street and see what kind of shops they got. Ooh, here in Borrego Springs. I gotta run because of the traffic. See how this thing's like 4 lanes wide. The Christmas circle. There it is behind us. The Christmas circle. Welcome to Borrego Springs sign is right there. And we're walking into town over here. It's very nice. Look at this nice concrete walk. I think concrete does really well in the desert. It's so stinking hot. You know, it gets up to about 115 degrees here in the summertime, and even hotter if it wants to. But this is kind of cool. Look at this place. It's called Carly's Place. Up the street right here. Charbroiled steaks. You can get a steak. It's got a cool sign. Look at the sign up there. That's kind of retro looking sign. Carly's Place is open till 11 tonight. Then they got dinner specials. Monday all day, they got black shrimp tacos. And they got rack of ribs and top sirloin and garlic bread and fried catfish, prime rib, fried chicken and mashed potatoes, pots and gravy. Here at Carly's. Let's walk down a little further. There's some older buildings down here we're going to see. They've got an outdoor patio here too. You can sit in the patio, and they got heaters too, which seems a little silly right now because I'm sweating my brains out walking up the street. This is the Anza-Borrego Desert Natural History Association, which is a really cool looking type mid-century building right here. Look at the way it's designed, the overhang, and they've got the rock work on the wall, and they got the palm trees, those typical palm trees in the desert. But here, this sign says that they're not responsible for theft or damage to vehicles or contents, and there's no overnight camping in this parking lot. That is a thing out here. Ooh, there's like a little garden over there. We'll check that out later. That's a thing out here. People because it's less populated, people like to camp or just, you know, pull over for the night and sleep wherever they're at. And it's frowned upon. They don't like that. We're gonna go right over here to the the Desert Garden. It says welcome. It says welcome. Let's walk down this shaded sidewalk where it's nice and cool. Here's some fun facts I've read on this sign right here. Borrego Springs today occupies 42.5 square miles, surrounded by the Anza-Borrego Desert State Park. Borrego is a unique community within the county with no traffic lights and few street lights. Humans share the natural desert landscape with abundant native plants that provide precious habitat to many wild animals. The environment is our greatest natural resource, and tourism is our main industry. Right here, look at this. This is really a cool looking building right here. Very, very mid-century modern stylings in this little tiny building. This is a real estate. Ooh, look at that. Careful, caution. This is a real estate Coldwell Banker. And they're closed right now, so we won't be purchasing any properties today. Let's go down here. What else? Roadrunner Realty is right here. I noticed too, everybody leaves their windows down here because it's darn hot. But look at the clouds. See, you kind of see those clouds right there? Those are blocking the sun, and it's making it a little cooler, making it nicer. Roadrunner Realty. Look at this building. This is kind of a neat. Ooh, this is like a whole little like 1950s shopping mall. Look at this. This is very cool. A little courtyard-esque area with a couple of shops right here. These look really old. This might be like a historical building. They've got waxing right here. You can get something waxed. Ermelinda Salon. Ermelinda Salon right there. And then waxing is over here. And then, let's see. Oh, dude. Look at this over here. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of excited. They've got some old wooden furniture here under the thing. There's some scary skeleton guys because it's Halloween time. This is a cool little shopping to El Patio. It's called El Patio. There's me. That's my shadow. Look at this drinking fountain right here. I wonder if it works. This looks very vintage. Like a vintage old drinking fountain donated by the Kiwanis Club of Borrego Springs in 1989. Nope. No go. No go. Look at this place. Hacienda del Sol. It's a motel, a motor lodge. Look at this. Hacienda established 1947. They've repainted the sign. And it looks like a cool font and a 1947. That's like pre-mid-century. They've got some really cool looking. Look at these light fixtures. These are light fixtures. They look like little moons. Like with the moon and the light shining from behind. There's no street lights here. Oh, there's one right there. I shouldn't have said that. I've totally lied. There's a street light right there. But in town down there, there's no street lights. But look, as we walk around into the pull-up area where you might pull up to get your room, it's right here. Remember the old drive-through, drive-up kind of things? This is the Hacienda del Sol. House of the Sun, I believe that means. Okay, it looks like it's open, kind of. The lobby hours are blank, and it says you can call for assistance. Let's cruise back here and see. Look at this. Look at this now. It looks like they're working on it. Making it fancy again for our guests. And there's rooms back here and a lot of Toyota trucks that all look the same. It goes way back there. There's all these little cabins. See, these are cool. Look, it must be going because they got an ice machine right there in the little cubby. Ooh, and it just dropped ice, scared the crap out of me. Look at this tree right in the middle of the road. That looks nice. It's very deserty. Look at, there's desert areas right there. There's picnic tables out there. I bet it's better when it's not so hot. Look at, they got rooms 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I bet it goes all the way up to the last number. Yeah, I think these are guys. Yeah, like guys out working, renting rooms. Probably decent inside. Let's go look over here. Hey, this is cool. It kind of looks like when they've, like kind of old burned out, like there used to be a building here and stuff, and that's gone. And so they've turned it into, they got like a Christmas lights hanging here. The outdoor lights, they've got a little barbecue area out here. And then there's a fireplace and a little place to sit. Oh, this is like an old building was here, and they just cleaned it up and made it for, they've got the shuffleboard. What was that? They got I keep hearing noises. They got shuffleboard. Look at these haciendas. I'm gonna meander about. This is a really nice place. Look at this. Okay, there's like a place right here, like a little, I don't know, it's a room. It's two rooms in a little clubhouse, little cabana. Separate. I guess you call them like separate dwelling units. There's one. This is nice. I like this. I'd come stay here. Totally. And it looks like they've been fixing it up too. We need to plug this. The Hacienda del Sol, like a desert motel. Old school motel type. Pull your car right up there. Go get your room. Dead tree almost. So desert trees. And there's a whole bunch more over here. They're dotted about the landscape. These little rooms. Is there a pool? Let's go see if that's the pool. Also, this like sidewalk looks old. Like it just appeared. It wasn't there a minute ago. And now I'm walking along, and there it is. There's a sidewalk. Look at this. Amazing. This is from the front. It doesn't look like much. It looks kind of worn out and old and gone and not really here. But it has a really cool desert-esque. There's a whole bunch more. There's one over there. There's one back there. I don't know how many times I can say that, but it does look like there's a swimming pool over here. Dude, this is cool. This hotel thing is like a video in itself. Look at this beautiful swimming pool. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay, I know where we're going. I know the next place I'm going to stay when I'm out in the desert. Look at this is like glass right here, plexiglass. We got shaded lounges. The pool can only have 30 people in it according to that sign, which makes sense. It's not that big. That's nice. All right. I get kind of excited. Sorry. The landscape is all well cared for in the desert. There's a road runner. Wait, let me see. He's going to go shooting out because I think I scared him. Where'd he go? Here, Mr. Roadrunner. Where'd he go? I'm totally like walking all around this. Oh, there he is. He's in the bushes. Let's see if I can get him to run across the road. By going over here. He's greasy. He's faster than. Wow! Look at that. I don't know if you see him. He's way over there. He keeps hiding. He's hiding behind that tree, that bush. There he is. Go, baby, go. There he goes, Roadrunner. All right. So this is the mall. It's called the mall. It says so on the sign, the mall. And it's a much more modern looking building right there. See the mall. And it's a modern, desert modern building. Made of bricks, like stuff. And they got all kinds of stuff in here. There's the state park store, Anza-Borrego Foundation State Park store, and some shops. There's a dentist, calicos, coffee, and homemade goods. It looks like they're working on it. There's construction debris outside. There's a lot of things in here. This is like it says, the mall. There's clothing shops back in there and things like that. The mall. Hey, they have a really great grocery store here too. It's good size, it's big. They got all kinds of stuff and food and things to get to eat and they got vegetables, they got stuff. And so they got all kinds of food in there. And it was nice and air conditioned too. And that's where the people go and buy food when they live here. Also, I was dying, so I got a core hydration. I've never had one of these. Core hydration. It's perfectly balanced pH water. I didn't know that. Electrolytes and minerals are added for taste. That's kind of salty. Interesting. This sign tells us that this is the Borrego Art Institute Art Park. Let's go see. But now that I've got water and I'm not going to die out here in the desert. Let's see what they got at the art park. Well, look here. This is dirt. All right, I'm on the other side of the street now. We're gonna walk. We didn't walk over here. There's a couple little shops right here. This is the main part of town. The Christmas circle is right ahead of me. And there's a Gilberto's taco shop right here. One time I was out here and I did a hike up into the hills, into the desert hills, and I was starving when I came back and it was dark. And this was the only place open. And I came here and I got a burrito. And it was the best darn burrito I'd ever had. It was so good. I think it's probably because I was tired and hungry. But so I think in a little bit I'm going to be hungry. We're going to come back over here and get a burrito. a burrito. Here's the Village Liquors, the goods store. They've got some bleachers out here just in case. Maybe they do parades or something right here out in the street. They got padded bleachers so you can watch whatever's going on out in the street. There's Carly's right there. Here's the liquor store. Liquor. Let's see. Pharmacy and liquor. Down here, there's one more shop. One more building. Oh, this is, I don't know what this is. We're going to find out in a second. Michael's in Borrego. It says Michael's in Borrego. This is like a very, very miniature Palm Springs. Look at, there's warning. Feeling witchy. Oh, ah! Witches. Yeah, this is like a bar. It's kind of new. This is like a nice new building. Yeah. Nice patio. Seating outside. Right there. Okay. All right, we're going to go off into the desert. And find some scattered about sculptures of artistic value, and go see what we see out of town, just briefly out of town. Where is it? I'm out in the middle of the desert I'm looking for this statue, according to Google Maps, of a prospector and his horse. A prospector and his horse, and he's out here frozen in time in the middle of the scorching desert for all to see if you dare. Oh, there it is. There he is. Okay, look at this. Look at this. He's over here in the bushes. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for rattlers. Rattlers in the desert. And I've hiked in the desert a lot. I'm no stranger to the desert hike. But today, it's kind of a different hike. We are out in the middle of the desert wilderness to find interesting and fanciful sculptures that have been left here. You know what? Look at this. Okay, I don't get ahead of myself here, but look at this. This prospector man and his mule. Hey, there's flies. And his mule. And look at this. He's made of steel and iron, all welded together and left out here in the desert for us to enjoy. Look at this mule. Look at how cool this is. This is like somebody made all this stuff. Now, out here in Anza-Borrego, they are everywhere. You can't throw a rock into the desert and not hit a iron sculpture. Gosh, why is there so many flies? Is horse poop right here? There's flies everywhere. I'm getting attacked by flies. What the heck? Look, and he's panning for gold. Look, there's even gold nuggets. Look at that. And there's some coins in there. Details of the desert sculpture landscape. Look at this guy. Fantastic. Okay, the prospector and his mule. He's got his stuff all packed right here. Pans, and he's got his coffee cup. Ooh, whoa, hello. There's a weird echo. And it is iron, just stuff, plates, iron plates, just tack welded together everywhere. That's amazing. Look at the horse mane. It's like frayed metal. This is cool. It's got a horse butt, a horse tail right there. Oh, cactus. Look out for that. Yeah. All right. The prospector and his mule. Right over here down this way a bit, we're going to go see. I had to walk up to this one. There's several that I can drive to that are out in the desert. I'm telling you, there is a mess load of them. They're everywhere as you drive around down here. You can pull over and see any one you want. I'm trying to pick out the cooler ones and the ones I don't have to walk across the desert floor to. Let's go see what this one is. Also, I want to point out the extremely dry terrain out here in the desert. And then when you kind of just look around, you see things like this. Look at this beautiful little plant attempting growth. It's yellow and it's got flowers on it. That's pretty. Okay, I'm kind of sneaking up behind this guy. What has he got? He's got his cross. He's got a cross. He's got a dog. A big dog. That's a big dog. And then, okay, he's a priest. I think he's a priest. Let me see. Yeah. Ooh, that's a cool silhouette picture. Look at that. That's kind of neat. Yeah, he's a priest, Father Junipero, or whatever. He's got his cross and he's got his dog. The dog's carrying a stick. Let me get back a little bit. Maybe it's not really a good view because the sun's in a crummy spot. I think he's a Franciscan friar. He might be Franciscan. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, we're gonna go back to the car and go find some more desert sculptures. I don't want to alarm you, but what the heck is this? It's a serpent, giant serpent. This is freaking enormous. This thing is ginormous. I mean, that is 15 feet high. Let me show you. Look how big it is. Not only is it huge right here, look at this. It's going under the ground. It's really long. We're gonna go all the way down. Look at he's doing a hoop-de-loo right here and back under the earth, and then another hoop-de-loo right here as they run through the desert. To show you, my keys are jingling. Look at it. He's even got like spiky things on the back. He's got scales. This is somebody spent a lot of time perfecting. Look at this. And then not only that, he goes under the road right here. Look, we got to go all the way over here. Look for cars. Look for cars. No cars. Okay. Let's go over here. Look at this. He's pooping. He's got a nice tight loop-de-loo right here where he's going under. This thing's enormous. It's so long. And there is the grand finale of the serpent's tail. It's even got rattlers on it. There's like rattlers, like a rattlesnake. He's got rattlers. Look at this. All the way. It's so hard right now. The sun is in a horrible spot. You know what? In like 20 minutes, the sun is going to be behind that mountain, maybe 15 minutes. And we're going to have excellent viewage of stuff. But you know what else is happening right now? Let me show you this too real quick. Because the sun is low in the sky, it is illuminating these flowers. These little yellow flowers all over the desert. It is beautiful. Never mind this part right here. That's my head and my body. That's gross. But out there, look at how beautiful that is. Let's go find some more. All right, I've reduced myself to not wanting to run around in the desert. But look, here's a camel. We're gonna drive. We're gonna drive through a little off-road excursionating and see what we see just driving around. We'll go kind of fast right here because there's something right ahead. It's like ooh, there's deep sand. That's right, we got 4-wheel drive. Look at, what is this? This looks like a hairy buffalo dinosaur, like a two-headed. Oh no, it's oof. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're gonna look through the window because I just flew dust everywhere. All right, look at this. Is a dinosaur riding on the back of another dinosaur of some kind. Let's see what else. There's more over here. Let's go down this way. Right here. What's over here? Hey, what's this? This one, I need to drive around a little bit because the sun. This is a dinosaur laying down. Oh, he's like dead. This is like a dead dinosaur. Let me see if I can. This one we might have to get out and look at. It's kind of interesting looking. Hold on. This one's a laying down dinosaur. I don't know if it fell over or if it's designed that way. I think it actually fell over, actually. I don't know. Yeah, these are all bent. Look, something knocked it over. The stanchions are bent and knocked over. Poor guy. He's fallen over. Okay. He's like sloth-like. It's like a sloth. Look at his cute eyes. Look at he's got like sloth claws. All right. Let's go see what else. I was driving down this road in the middle of nowhere, and out comes a golf course. I think that's a golf course. This is the Anza Country Club, and then you've got these neat little desert residences right here. Look at this one. This one looks very 1950s, 1960s with the lava rock and the flat roof and stuff. The design, that's cool looking. Let's see what else we see. A lot of the houses are like that, really cool looking, or very deserty, like this one over here. Like has a Mexican adobe kind of thing. See that? That's pretty neat too. I like these. These are cool houses. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at us driving down the street looking at people's houses. Probably a little bit awkward for the privacy thing, but I wanted to see what the architecture looked like out here in the desert. This is pretty. Ooh, I like this front porch. Look, see, there's another one of those big iron statues. These folks have one at the front porch. I like the big A-frame style front porch they got right here. Here we go. Now look at this one. This one's got the cool, I don't know what you call it, those little corbels. The corbels sticking out of the house, holding up the roof. Okay, this one's really cool looking, and I didn't want to, we're not going to talk, I'm going to be real quiet. I'm filming the front of somebody's house because it's cool looking. Look at this. Look at this. I like this. This is very 1960s, mid-century design out in the desert. Kind of Palm Springsy, kind of. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we gotta go. Let's go. We're gonna chase it down. And besides, I'm getting really hungry. You shouldn't film in the front of people's houses. All right, I just got out of the car. You're gonna get like, I have not done any research. This is called the Palms at Indian Head Resort. And it's lackluster. There used to be something right here, but there's something, I'm saving the best for last. Look there used to be a building right here. There's some abandoned purple rooms over here. Like buildings with rooms right here. I would say the whole place is abandoned, but there's a few cars over there. Look at these used to be rooms, like a resort rooms. This was a street, like a road. Looks like it's worse for wear, but look at this building over here. Look at this. Look at this place. This is screaming. It's screaming mid-century. It looks semi. I don't know what we're gonna find. We probably get yelled at. I don't like that, but let's get over here closer and see what. Look at this. The Palms at Indian Head. It's called. It's a resort. We're right up against the mountainside right there. The sun is dipped down, so we're not being blinded anymore. But look, this is really cool looking. Look at this. This is called the Gallery at the Palms. And look, there's a bike there, so there's definitely something happening here. Look at the roof up there. And the big glass stuff. It looks like, oh, there's a pool over here. Look at these chairs and stuff in here. It's decorated very mid-century. Look at that. Like in the lobby. This might be like I don't know what the heck this is. There's the pool area right here. Look over there. It's very quiet. There's nobody around. Gates are locked. There's some folks down there. Around the pool, sitting around the pool. Can't get down there. There's lots of flies too. This is a neat place. Hey. Look at this. Kind of tucked away, hidden from view. Let me see if I can get a view of the pool area. Let's go down here. Being real quiet. Yeah, look at this. Hotel, it is a hotel. It says hotel guests only. There's the pool area. Look at that. We're out in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty. That's nice. Looks like these are the occupied rooms right by the pool, and the air conditioners are running. So there's definitely people there. But that's a neat looking old building right there. Look at that. I like it. All right. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm getting really hungry. But not before we check out the abandoned buildings. The abandoned units. That's purple. Look at the purpley color. It's very purpley. Look, there's a heater. This would be scary at night. There's a toilet. There's the bathroom and the shower. Look at the tile. I hope there's nobody in here. Please don't let there be somebody in here. Okay, nobody in the shower. Ew. Light fixture. There's my car. Okay, let's see. There's like a hallway. Look at these hexagonal 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, hexagonal window. Look at this. Creepy abandoned motel rooms. This video is going to be chock full of stuff. I don't even know how I'm going to title this. Look at these windows that are missing that would be here. Here's a busted toilet, some tumbleweeds and stuff. Wow. Abandoned hotels. Okay, let's get out of here. There's more down there. I wonder what this looked like when it was like all new and brand new and like fantastic. As part of the resort. I want to know. I want to see. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe somebody's been here and they can tell me. They can show me pictures of their family vacation here in 1964. That'd be cool. I'm so hungry. Hey, that was a yummy burrito here at this place, Los Gilbertos Mexican food taco shop. There's some other nicer restaurants that you could go and sit down and eat at if you were here. There's a Mexican bar and grill over there, and there's all kinds of stuff. There's Carly's right across the street right there. But it's time for me to go home. It's late. The sun is dipping down. It's gone basically behind the mountain over there. I got to go that way over those mountains and head for home about 2 hours. So I want to say thanks for being here and watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. Hit the liking button. It's down at the bottom there somewhere, liking. Also, if you like my video, my content, you could go and support me by buying a cup of coffee. By buying me a coffee. I would appreciate that. And just keep watching. Watch videos, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. I love having you here. And that's going to do it for today. All right, I'll see you later. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.